And we are live. Hey everybody. Welcome to EBxtra Life. Our control went dead. This is our extra life, playing for Connecticut Children's Medical Center. Let me turn up the game audio here a little bit. Alright, cool. Let's make sure chat's... Alright, cool. Chat's being captured correctly. So, I'm joined here today, quick check. Alright, audio is good. I'm joined here today by my buddy Max. How's it going, Max?
It's going well. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Doing good.
With any luck, Pulhoka should be online any minute, and he'll be coming in and out. But so we are doing a 24 hours of pure Earthbound to raise money for charity. So underneath me right now, you may see a slideshow going on of prizes and whatnot. That is for donations. Basically, every so often we're gonna have a giveaway for people in chat, for people who donated more than 50 bucks. Basically, want to give back to people who are watching, telling a friend. Also, hey, Electrical Chai, nice to see you. Happy to hang out.
Hey, hey.
So I guess let us know if you guys see any kind of problems with the chat, or any problems with audio, any problems with whatnot. So let's get this let's get this thing started. Yeah, we got amiibos, we got phone straps, which let me pull out one of these little guys right here.
I didn't even see these.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Where'd you...
So they sell them on Amazon. We got phone straps for you know, we'll be giving away a bunch of these later on. We got some people who donated art or art commission slots. So yeah, we have a lot. All right, so let's start a new game. Let's see.
Oh wow.
What do we?
I always pick plain, but maybe we should mix it up.
I'm usually a plain person too. I probably should have asked people to
Yeah.
which one they should have gone. All right, chat. What are you guys thinking? What color window are we going for? You know, I've never done banana in all the years I played.
Banana either. I like the vibrancy of the banana.
I think I've only ever done plain or mint. Which one is more Halloweenish?
Oh, well.
I got one vote for banana.
Yeah.
All right, you know what?
I too vote for banana.
All right,
So.
let's go for banana. So, we did get one request for Paula's name.
Oh.
And that is from my good buddy Carrie. Alright, so we can't put all of it in, but...
I didn't realize only 5 character limit.
Yeah, I know. It feels like it should be more, right?
Yeah, because I think even in FF for the SNES, like 8 was the limit.
Which one only had 4? Was that... Did FF1 only
That
have...
was 1.
Yeah. Well, for... because we have made... Actually, you know what? That's actually a good idea. Let me actually do a... Because I never actually got a chance to test it out. I'm going to do a really quick test of the of our donation tracker, giving us the 5 remaining dollars needed to do the opening of the game kingless. let's see. Yeah, we got a little donation tracker in the bottom. It should give us a little notification anytime anyone donates. Let's see. And again, when it comes to no, I don't want to give Kiwi money. I'm so used to having autocomplete on for like all this stuff.
I had to turn my autocomplete off because it kept like putting in words like, why would you even go there? Like clearly.
Like how bad?
Like I'm trying to think of one. So like well, really it wasn't autocomplete. It was sort of like it was corrections. So like if I had to change a word, I accidentally wrote "to" as "TOO" instead of "TWO." It would like refer to like T, and I'm like, why would like it's? I know it's a very bad autocorrector.
So while we're waiting for that, favorite homemade food. Go with the. See, I forget what they actually gave you for options here. Got some steak, pie, pasta, cake, eggs, bread, salmon. Let's see. Guess we'll try and make this. I think we have just enough space.
That's weird. So that's
yeah. They give more characters for that, but not for the names.
Huh.
All right.
Oh.
We'll start it up.
Hooray! I just played through this last month. I beat it last month again.
I played it about 2 months ago on the 3DS version.
Yep, that's where I played it too. It's so good. It's a portable game.
It really is. Did the donation go through? That sucks because it's got to go through the it's got to go through like the Twitter browser.
Oh, it does.
To send it out. Yeah.
The counter. Oh, okay.
I also should have gotten a list of all the. For those who've played Mother 2, you'll know that the don't care names change. There's like a real drastic difference between the don't care names for Mother 2 and the don't care names for Earthbound.
Oh, so how different are they?
Since this the donation goes through, I'll pull up a guide.
Yeah.
But they all kind of had like the names that they pick for. Oh, it's okay, Andy. I know a lot of people right now are struggling with different kinds of conflict, so don't worry about it. We've got the Discord up. So we can have people on at various points of the run. So if you want to join us, in spirit and online, feel free to do that. But yeah, the like the names for the don't care names for Earthbound, they're just like kind of generic guy names with the exception of Ness. It's like Ness, Jason, Brian, Steve. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Shouts out to Hip Tanaka. You know how I always wondered. I knew Hip Tanaka did most of Mother 2, the soundtrack, but I know Keiichi Suzuki did some of the tracks here. I know he did all of Mother 1, but I don't know how much he did for this one. But the sound design in this game is so good.
It's still it's as good today as it was like back in the day. Oh, come on. Yeah, so let's see. First set is in the Mother 2. The first set is the canon names. The second set is the main character's clothing items. So like Ness's hat, Paula's ribbons, Jeff's glasses. The third set is related to a Japanese boy band, SMAP.
Who's probably popular at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fourth set is the Beatles. So George, Yoko. The sixth set are names based on the Mario series, so Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad. And the seventh are dog commands, so sit, stay. Alright. I think I picked up the...
Whoa. I didn't realize the, like your...
Yeah, we got the Bumblebee background now.
Oh, wow, okay, cool.
Again, I think, I've played this game something like 50 fucking times, and I don't think I've ever noticed that.
That's the most like, whatever, son. Just go. You've been doing crazy stuff all your life. I don't care anymore.
You moved the baby bottle with your mind when you were like fucking 5.
That's right.
When you were like 5 days old. Just don't go out looking like a hobo. Yep. A game that literally starts off with the most, like, crashing, bang beginning ever. Literally just a meteorite crashing in the middle of the night.
Let's go. Let's just get this going right now.
The world record of police... I still love stuff like that, like the police record of barricades. I'm not a big fan of that show. Well, you're certainly going at some kind of pace to get there. But he believes himself, and that's the important thing.
It's actually kind of an impressive thing to do.
I'm gonna make it there.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that. Ooh, getting there.
I'm on my way to break into Fort Knox right now. Yet I somehow made it to an elegant restaurant past all the police barricades. I still remember, like, being a kid and being like, oh my god, they could say butt, you know, in a video game.
It's so weird going back and thinking about, like, what was okay for us to say and what wasn't. And now you hear what kids can say now, or even just TV. Like,
oh, what they say in TV is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid, the hierarchy was butt, hell, ass,
Crap.
butt, hell, crap, ass, bitch, shit, and fuck.
Yeah. Yes. That was definitely it.
I'm gonna leave the bread roll here. Just because I've always taken it at the beginning thinking, oh, I'm gonna want this for the beginning of the game. And then a fucking, a crow will always steal it, like, the very first thing. I'll liar, exaggerate, man. I like that the game begins with, like, one of the weirdest guys in it.
That's how you say his name. I was always trying to figure out, like, wait, what's the pun?
That didn't, like, immediately jump out at you?
Nope. I was like, liar, exaggerate. What? Exaggerate. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, liar, exaggerate. Butt was a bad word when I was a kid. I remember, like,
Yeah, even butt.
I'm saying that, like, in 8th grade and my parents getting pissed. Ooh.
There he is.
There's the bastard. Two-faced right off the bat.
That's what happens when you establish your character well.
Yeah, tell me about it. Like, you have no inclination that he's actually gonna be, like, a bad guy.
Yeah, like, oh. Ooh.
Oh, a few months before, man.
A For what?
One of the people in chat said this game came out a few months before they were born. I mean, I'm happy that, like, you know, people 10, you know, 5, 10, 15 years younger than us are...
Absolutely.
As, like, can like, appreciate this game. My like, experience with this is this game came out when I was...
9? 8?
I was about, 9 or 8.
Yeah.
And I got this game at launch.
That's amazing.
Remember playing it, renting it at Blockbuster. And, I actually didn't know Ness was the main character for a while because I rented a copy of it from Blockbuster that was saved at Winters.
Oh, so you thought Jeff?
I thought, because, you know, you're level 1 at the start of Winters.
That's right.
I actually thought Jeff was the main character for a little while.
Wow. Speaking of that game, I know I showed you, but any Frasier fans out there, there's an episode, and I don't remember which one, but it was like a Christmas episode. They were going to get a gift for his son, and they go to this store that sells very sciencey, sort of geeky toys, and on a shelf, there's a copy of Earthbound in its box.
Really?
Yes. You can actually see it on the shelf, and I'm like, oh my god.
Wow. I love that knocking effect.
I love that too.
Just because it seems so, like... They managed to get, like, a perfect rhythm there.
They do. But it's also kind of, like... Also not in perfect rhythm. It's just, like... It's weird. It's very, what do you call it? Not Discord, but...
Yeah.
I don't know my musical terms.
Like out of sync?
Yeah, out of sync. Yeah, just kind of like no actual rhythm or anything like that, or melody. Not melody.
I know what you're trying to say, and it's killing me because it's on the tip of my tongue too.
One of the other things I wanted to say was when you were mentioning, you know, kids who are way younger and knowing of this game. I go to Smash tournaments, and one of the best players there, and best in Connecticut, he dresses up as Ness every time he comes. He plays a lot of characters. Plays Pit, but he's like 13. And it's just like, oh my, and he said he and his brother are playing that game now and they love it. And it's like, that's awesome.
God, man. I like how Pokey's both an asshole and at the same time extremely courteous.
Yeah, he's like he said, two-faced.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But I like how you can just catch him in the loop of, oh, if you don't come with me, I'll say something, I'll cut you like a knife. Will you do that? No. All right. I'm sorry I was a jerk to you.
Yeah.
Like...
I knew some kids like that when I was younger, and it was so frustrating because like they knew how to cover themselves up, and it's just like, no, this kid's an asshole. Like, why are we listening to him?
I mean, that's what kids are.
Yeah, they're learning.
All you can really do is hope that they grow up to be better.
Yes.
But it's not always the case.
Nope.
Oh, I need that cookie. So I never actually knew this. You can't leave the house until you get an equipped crack bat.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they tell you like, oh no, make sure you do this, or?
Yeah, like either Pokey or your mom won't let you leave.
Actually, I never. Oh, okay, yeah, so it must be when you play, like, you can't actually attack if you don't have something equipped. Because is there any point in the game aside from now when you can't have something in your weapon equipment slot?
None unless you, like, remove it yourself.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me see if that, $5 donation went through. Determine if we, are doing this with or without King. Pokey came first. They're asking in chat if Pokey or Cartman came first.
Oh yeah, definitely Pokey.
Oh, actually, when was the
pilot?
Yeah, when was the Spirit of Christmas?
I'm gonna look that up.
I mean, I don't think it was intention. You know, one didn't influence each other.
Oh
but...
yeah. But they certainly came out close to each other. Let's see.
Alright, with any luck, this should be better.
Oh wow, 1995 actually.
Oh, so exactly. That's right. South Park wasn't until '97,
Yeah.
right?
I guess did Mother 2 come out in '94 in Japan?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so really close.
Because I remember, didn't
Still having trouble going through.
a little bit. I think it's more just a password change in PayPal.
Oh, okay. Check the chat here.
Cool.
South Park debuted 3 years after I was born.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I remember watching that with my dad. I'm like, when initially that came out, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like a, this is obviously a cartoon for grown-ups.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll, be allowed to watch it. And my dad's like, no, come on in and watch this shit.
Yeah. I remember watching it, and my parents were okay with it at first, and and then Kyle has a line in one episode where he said, like, Cartman, you were such a fat ass, and he kept going with it, and my dad was like, I don't know about this show anymore, and now they watch it more than I do.
Yeah, same here.
And it got so much worse.
Alright, so the donation went through. I'm gonna see how long it takes the tracker to pick up on it. Let's also see if he steals my first. Ooh, a smash right off the bat. That is
That's good luck.
That's fantastic luck right there. Now I hope I don't die.
Yay.
Yeah, we're gonna. If we kill enough of these guys, we might actually be able to do the what's it glitch?
What's the what?
You can, if you have an inventory completely filled, by the time you get to Buzz,
Yeah.
You can have the, he'll ship the Soundstone to Escargot Express, and
Really?
they can hold on to it, I think, for the entire game.
That's awesome.
Or at least at the very beginning. My parents didn't want me watching Beavis and Butthead initially.
Same.
Just because they thought, like, they thought that there was, like, fucking in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, watching it later on in life, I'm like, oh no, there's actually the least amount of sex ever.
Exactly.
And that's the point.
I watched the last episode of the new series that came out in 2011.
I'm still like one or two episodes behind.
Oh, they get stuck in an elevator and with an attractive woman, and they think they're going to, and then she's like, okay, well let's go, but first you need me to, like, they climb on top of each other, and then she escapes through the elevator, and they're stuck there for like 3 days.
Oh,
but they're constant. But she said, you need to, like, get on top of the other one. This is how it goes. And so after she leaves, they're like, no, we gotta stay like this. This is how this works.
Oh, that's like my favorite part of them, and it rarely gets shown, like,
Yeah.
that much is how gullible they are.
It really.
Alright, so this crow's,
He's, like, kind of watching you.
yeah, they're not flying right.
Yeah.
There's the $5 donation.
Cool.
So it takes a little while for, it's not instantaneous.
Okay.
So thank you, me. Oh, wow.
Nice. What?
I don't know what part of it I got the opening on, but cool. But yeah, South Park, Beavis and Butthead, or Ren and Stimpy. My folks were always cool with me watching Ren and Stimpy.
Same here. My mom loves Space Madness.
Oh man, that's like the highlight
Yeah.
of that series.
It is. I'm like. Even though I know Kirk Valusi isn't as fond of the later stuff that he didn't work on, I still love those episodes that Bob Camp did.
Oh yeah.
Those are wonderfully gross.
He was one who got kicked off it, like caused the break between like John Kay got kicked off and he stayed on.
Oh really? Okay.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Crow was scared.
It's like I saw what you did to that first Crow. You were telling me that obviously statistically, crits were there was a higher chance of enemies to crit in Mother 2, right?
Yeah.
Were there any other like statistical changes, like as far as like maybe hit chance?
I don't know as much about the about that. I just know that when I played, because I played Mother 2, you know, on the Super Famicom.
Yeah.
Like it was I had something that would let you play like it would let you like it slotted into a SNES, but it let you play Super Famicom games. So
right, yeah.
I just played through it because I knew where everything was anyway. And I can tell you both on that and on the Mother 1+2 cart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we would have gotten crits from regular ass enemies at this point.
Jeez.
And meanwhile, I think in Earthbound, like the only ones that can really do it are the mice and a couple of the starmen.
Wow.
So I don't know. Maybe just my theory is that they just up the or reduce the guts maybe of regular enemies. My parents were kind of protective, but they also trusted my judgment.
That's good.
And, you know, the stuff that they were completely okay with, like Rocko's Modern Life, turned out to be way more fucking dirty anyway.
Yeah, it really. Yeah, that's the funny thing is, like, I think my parents trusted my judgment too, and I'd love to ask them how much they saw when they were watching Rocko and Ren and Stimpy, because those were, you know, quite gross.
I mean, you turn and look at some of the, like, cartoons that our folks grew up watching, and I would much rather deal with grossed out sexual humor than some of the, like, racial shit that they watched.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow, Johnny Quest was forbidden?
Really?
Yeah.
I never watched Johnny Quest.
Me neither.
Yeah, I wasn't a big Hanna-Barbera kid.
Those are like a couple of Hanna-Barbera stuff that I watched. I'm trying to remember what the... I watched all the Space Ghost, like, later on in life.
Yeah. Oh, really? Like the original Space Ghost?
After, you know, after Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
Because I want to see, like, what the hell did Brack and Zorak really sound like?
Yeah, what did they sound like?
Brack sounded completely different. Zorak actually sounded very similar to, Clay Martin Croker, you know, God rest his soul's, his impression was like really spot on.
Huh. Did Brack sound just more,
Space Ghost.
Oh,
Finally we meet. Like, yeah, he sounded like that. Like, not...
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, my first impression is Ghost, but still, he looks clownish, so that voice always seemed to make sense to me.
Yeah, they were supposed to be like, oh, look at that. Liar exaggerating his pet snake. I'm gonna kill your pet.
Please don't hit him.
I've started feeding him garlic, but it doesn't make him stronger. It just makes him die.
My friend is in Japan right now, and she took a picture of this snake. It's called like a takagami, or something like that. And what it does is it'll eat frogs, but when it bites the frog, it's actually sucking in the venom from the frog and putting it in its own glands on the back of its neck.
Really?
Yeah, and it uses it that way.
That's an interesting thing for... So it's basically kind of like a... It's like the Doom guy from New Doom, where he'll just tear an enemy apart and take the ammo from it.
Kind of, yeah. And would it, like the gland, you can see on the back of its neck, it will puff up, so it'll make predators want to bite that, but when they bite it, they'll get a mouthful of venom.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want a, like, first-person shooter about that snake.
Yeah, right?
Alright, so... Yep, we just started maybe 35 minutes ago, so we are... You did not miss much at all. And, you know, the only reason why I'm pretty sure your mom found Johnny Quest kind of racist was because Johnny Quest was kind of racist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, you know, yeah, that makes totally sense. Like,
so, I've never been able to duplicate it, but there was one time where I managed to catch a dog right where the trees are down there.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually managed to have Buzz kill him.
That's awesome.
Here. I'm going to run upstairs and get a pad so you can follow with chat.
Sure.
So while I'm doing that, Max is just gonna click through the text.
Okay. Oh, camera's on there. Listen back down here. Alright, we got Piggy and oh. Hey chat, do we hear buzzing? Yes we do. He got us. Thank you.
And I come in right at the end of the long story. Ah, Buzz.
Poor Buzz.
I like his epithet. He came in the game early and died fast. So it's interesting, in the any percent run of this game, even though you cannot you know, obviously can't die fighting Starman Jr., there actually is a step counter and step manipulation and ARG manipulation that you have to do, or RNG manipulation, so that the stats you get at the end of the fight are better than...
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. What's the counter as far as like, is it like within 10 steps or?
You have to take like X amount of steps, then push B a couple of times, and take more steps, and then, you know, do that.
Weird.
It's tough. I've been thinking about running that category, and no.
Yeah.
Matt, you were the one who was telling me about the instrument that they used to make this.
Oh, like in real life?
Yeah,
it's
so like
theremin?
yeah, it's theremin.
Yeah.
It always made the, like, you know, pre-boss counter music here the most, like, it's just so unsettling.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
I love this song.
It's the perfect, like, jump, especially for people who just came from Mother 1, and now you're gonna, you know, go and check out Mother 2.
Exactly. Like, oh yeah.
Ooh!
Whoa.
Shit, Buzz.
Nice.
Oh, he's doing the fast one too. If he is fire, it has to pass through everybody.
Everything. I want to hook this up to this song, especially up to like the deepest bass like speaker possible.
Alright, I always play a game of who's gonna beat him first. Is it gonna be Ness or Buzz who gets the final blow?
Nice. Offense went up 4. Yeah, it's very imposing.
You feel like you're gonna, you know, just get fucking murdered. Especially because it's like, the only thing you have to go by at the time is the box itself, and it's like, oh shit, that thing that's on the box is, just started a fight with me.
Huge.
Alright, so if we try and leave with this very powerful bee, Pokey will stop us.
There's so many things I never tried doing. See, there's so much text in this game you could easily miss.
They're so, like, oh man, the localizer of this. Like,
oh yeah.
God bless him.
Speaking of which, there's a really good interview with him, actually.
I think I read that one a while back.
Yeah.
But a cool thing here is normally if you take King out, he gets spooked by the meteor, runs home, and he'll say like, I don't care if anyone calls me a lazy mud or scared mud, I don't want to go out anymore. But since we left him at home, he gets to relax at home.
Ah, so you never see that text now.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to go outside. So we got to let our good old boy take a good rest.
You eat the steak.
But I'm vegetarian. No, you're not.
Not in this house, son.
Alright, so let's get these two kids home. Oh man, this sound effect.
Ooh.
I know it was supposed to be like, you know, a substitution for the punching and kicking sound effect.
Yeah.
But that still sounds really bad.
It does.
I like how he's like, oh, I might have lent your dad $100,000, which is how your dad can afford to pay you, like.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, you end up making like
way more.
Like 10 million.
What's the most you've ever gotten in a run through?
I broke whatever the maximum that you could withdraw at one time.
Yeah.
10 times that.
Oh my my god.
That was the one where I got Nest to level 99.
Yeah.
So when I was at Camp Fangamer, we actually did have a moment where a huge dung beetle landed on my cap.
Really?
They are beautiful and scary because they're like the size of like a watch.
Oh my god.
Oh, I just remembered.
Just remembered.
This is my last words. Johnny, play the music.
Johnny.
Johnny. Like that you can just keep him talking forever. It's like, hey, just let me die, kid.
Goodbye, Buzz.
Let's see, what was your punishment upstairs? By the way, isn't it just kind of creepy as hell that he goes, essentially beats his kids, and then just sits on a couch and stares at a blank wall?
He's pondering his existence. Like, why do I have this family? I hate them.
I hate my life.
My neighbor took all my money.
No dessert for the rest of the decade, so... Meanwhile, he's like way more just PTSD'd right there.
I feel bad for Piggy.
I do too, like...
Your brother sucks.
Your brother killed everybody. And all I gotta show for it is this weird, gigantic fucking cactus. Alright, here we go. One of the few times in the game where they use Pollyanna.
That's right.
The other time being... Oh, well, right after a nice, friendly visit.
I tried to get as many of these as possible in my most recent run, but I don't know how many I missed.
I've gotten all of them in one run, and then I've gotten, I think 3 is the lowest number that you can get.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, this is obviously mandatory. Unless you actually, not really. Yeah, you don't have to go back home.
By the time there is one time when you have to go back home, and that's, no, you don't even have to do that. I was gonna say for the return to 1-et.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But even then, you can use teleport to get past it.
Huh. Oh, because it's beyond the point. It's like right at the door.
If you use teleport, it basically will overwrite the photograph key. You could do that to also skip the one in I think it's the one near the Playground of Doom.
Oh.
But yeah, this is the only other part in the game where Pollyanna will play.
I love this version.
It's my
actually
favorite.
Relaxing.
It's my favorite. It gives you a reason to want to come back home.
Yeah. Nice.
Boom. So because we won't have time to do full levels and get, to a real decent experience, we're going to be doing a lot of sprite spawning and despawning to help us out. So what that means is, like, right now, let's say that snake is something that we didn't want to fight, and we instead want to fight a different creature instead. Because every battle in Earthbound takes place on the actual field itself, if we take a couple of steps up, and then go back down, if you go far enough, the sprite... Oh, it's because he's following me.
There he goes.
Yeah, you can actually go off screen and make that sprite despawn. It also helps if you go into a room or out of a room.
Yeah.
So if we see someone that we just do not want to get into a battle with, we can just completely skip it altogether. And what that is, I forget the exact math of it, but if your offense is high enough, where you will kill the enemy in one hit. It'll just give you the win for the battle.
Which I wish more RPGs did.
Yep, we will be taking advantage of that to get these Sword of Kings later on in the run.
Oh, so we're going for the sword.
It's technically at another $50, but we should be at that point by then. So let's see what Liar Exaggerate wanted to. Remember, he said to come back when we were alone.
So creepy.
It's the creepiest line I think in the entire game. I'm doing this because I trust you. Come to my basement.
I've been punching holes in my floor. I found something in here.
I punched a lot of holes. I dug up so much dirt. It's like the first person you really get to... The first named character you talk to that isn't your family is a dude with a weird haircut who eats garlic to make him stronger. And, is this. And and his hobby is sign building.
And he lives on the outskirts of town where nobody can bother him.
But he did find this.
What a weird statue.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he was supposed to be a bigger thing in the story too, and kind of got. I feel like he got turned into Montoli and Carpenter. I love this sound effect.
I love that too. Yeah.
And also, kind of one thing I didn't really actually think about until just now is when you really think about it, the Mana statue is like. Look how close it is to Ness's home.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, how connected...
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's, like, right...
It could be right where Ness's house was.
That's weird.
So pretty much Ness and the Mana statue have been connected...
Huh.
Their entire lives.
Yeah. Is that Mani the same one? Because there's two, right?
No, there's just one.
There's just the one. Oh, okay, so yeah, that makes sense, like... Well, I mean, later in the game when you destroy it.
Oh, fucker took my bread roll. He got the bread roll anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Jesus Christ.
That's for all those crits you got before.
Yeah, okay, now it's making me pay. Let's see. Yeah, the Mana statue as a whole is, it's definitely weird. It's one of the weirder things in the game, I think.
Yeah.
I always saw it more as a correlation between, like, more of a less of a Gygas, thing, and more of like Ness's connection with himself, more so than Gygas really have anything to do with it.
I mean, I could see, oh man.
Oh, it's okay. Alright, Pula is, in chat. And it's okay. It's fine, buddy. We got,
Hello.
We got someone on call to help out for a bit. Pula, if you can, on my Discord channel, I have an EBxtra link. Here, let me... Yeah, there's an EBxtra live channel if you want to hop on in there. Alright, cool. Okay, that makes up for that.
Cool.
We got back attacked by a snake. We're gonna fuck this bird up. It's a telling sign of, like, a serial killer going around beating animals, and that's just the start of Earthbound.
Yeah, Children.
Yeah, I had my alarm set and everything.
That's okay. I've been up, like, working on this since, like, 9 this morning, so we're good. You slept in through the boring stuff.
Are we actually one-hitting enemies at the start?
I did a little bit of grinding.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Just make sure, Max, can you hear him?
Oh yeah, I can hear him.
Okay. Pula, this is my buddy Max.
Hey, Pula.
Oh, hey, other Max.
How's it going?
So because we have one of Pulahoko's buddies is also named Max.
Oh.
Also a graphic
Is it
artist.
really?
Yeah. So we're like, shit, we might have to do something to like distinguish between the Maxes. So I put on our donation thing Max P because I think his Tumblr name is Maxin and Prolapsin. So this is Max F, and I just put him as Max P there.
Cool.
So small change here. They say, you know, the X button located near the top. In Mother 2, it was because there was no letter variation for the buttons. It was always just color. So it was like hit the blue button, I think.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I see.
So now we get the town map, which will be... Normally, it's pretty useless, but for us it will help out. Stop me from having to check some stuff online.
Yeah.
Especially when we get to Tucson. I love this guy. Mostly because I want to see that. I want to see his wife, like, one-hit KO that motherfucking ant. So, the library actually tells you a lot of little things about the game of, you know, right now we're not going to have to worry about it until we come back much later on, but one thing I will say is that I like how this game uses a lot of NPCs, just having them in various places, like this serial killer looking dude who's just hanging out in the library, no questions asked.
You ain't killing yet. He's fine.
It's not necessary to return the map now. Let's come back in the year 2001 to return it.
It's like that episode of Harvey Birdman when the Jetsons come and they're like, "Oh, we're from the future from 2002," and he looks at his calendar. It says 2004, and he just like puts it down.
Alright, so I love this. We're doing watch out for the hideout. Can you take over? Just kidding. It's my job. Fuck you, kid. So yeah, little secret here. If you hug this and go north...
Did not know about this.
You never knew? You never got the Mr. Baseball cap?
Never saw this.
Oh my god, man.
This is awesome.
So you really want this because that Mr. Baseball cap... You don't get a
Whoa.
better... Yeah, you don't get a better defensive item than that until, Happy Village.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Oh, I thought that was just for show.
Oh no, it's one of the better defensive items in the game.
That's so cool.
You've grown since I last saw you. You begin to look like a man. You're so cool. I think I really like you. Well, you know what I mean.
Why are these kids wearing fedoras and pork pie hats?
I know, right? There's little mobsters. See, now when I have that on, they do no fucking damage to me whatsoever. I can do damage to them. Alright, so we're gonna need to start selling off some of these cookies soon. But my favorite NPC right here is your, not an enemy, but your average run-of-the-mill mole. The helpful moles are some of my favorite characters in this game.
Pretty great.
Yep. Mostly because they get a little fourth wall breaking in meta. So, you guys have seen it already, but if you haven't played this before, every enemy, there's no random encounters. It always happens when you run into an enemy sprite. If you meet it head on, you have a normal battle. If you attack it from the back, you get first strike, and a guaranteed 100% chance to run away from any fight, which is some really good shit. And if you get back attacked, they get the first attack. So, they're explaining this to you here, but I love this line. Like, when they approach you this way, your TV screen, I mean, the world in front of you will show a red swirl for a second. The fourth wall breaking mole.
And most enemies have act the same way, except for a couple where the hitboxes are weird, right?
Starmen being one of them in particular.
Yeah.
The Starman, it's really easy to get back attacks on the Starman. And if you get a back attack, you have a much better shot at having the fight instantly end, which we will definitely be taking advantage of when trying to go for the Sword of Kings.
Are we doing that?
Oh, we're doing...
Yep.
We don't have the... we're 50 away from it, but I'm hoping that by that point in the game we should have that much money. So these two mime clown performers really always creep me the shit out.
Yeah,
all they're trying to do is get into this shack in the middle of nowhere. So let's see, by the time we finish selling off some of these cookies, we should have enough to get 2 particularly important items, which once we have those, we can start beating up on the sharks and doing the first real grind-heavy part of the game. But first, we gotta get the famous trash burger.
The kids eating food out of the trash again.
And no one fucking notices. No one says anything. The trash boy's back. So first off, let's sell some of these cookies, because they only heal maybe 6... They heal so little money. So little HP.
They heal so little money.
Well, they heal so little money too, because they only give you back $3 fucking.
Well, I mean, they did throw it away, so the fact that they'll buy it at all, I guess, is surprising.
Yeah, it's like we stole these cookies from fucking birds that we beat.
Do you think they actually are just humoring him and they don't actually sell those cookies back to people?
They're like, I'm just throwing them in the trash. Kid, you look like you need a sandwich big time. I tell you to eat the cookie.
Or maybe they're just a little hungry.
Yeah, maybe they're eating it. They're like, fuck it, this job pays so little. Alright, so let's just withdraw fucking everything. And with that, we are going to buy a T-ball bat. Sell off the crack bat.
I've always been confused. Is there any difference between bats and yo-yos in this game, mechanically speaking?
Yo-yos can't crit, right?
Yo-yos can't crit, and yo-yos have a much higher chance at missing.
Okay.
Significantly higher chance at missing.
So actually, what's the point of the yo-yo?
Whenever they sell a yo-yo, it's 1 offensive point higher than the bat or frying pan that they sell, and everyone but Pooh can equip it.
Oh, okay.
First thing we want to do is call our mom. Yes, we're doing good, Mom. Everything's fine. Put our sister on. She's gonna be much more helpful overall. All right, so now we can go have them pick up. Our sister lets us pick up and drop off items, and it's extremely fucking handy, especially in the beginning part of the game. So with that, let's check with the mayor, because we have that nice little shack that we want to open up to get us to Giant Step, and they said that the mayor locked it. So let's see what the mayor can do to help us out. I like that they think that the mayor has control over what, like, dogs do.
You're letting all these dogs run around.
I'd like to talk to the dog mayor, please.